Okay, so predicates versus arguments. So this is another key distinction between predicates and arguments. Like when we say predicate express a property, action, state, or relation, as we said, while an argument is a participant associated with the predicate. So the argument here or the participant is determined, or its role in the sentence is determined by the predicate itself. For example, we say the young doctor examined the patient. So the patient, the predicate examined here in this sentence, and we have the referring expression, the young doctor, and when we have also the patient. When we say arguments, we have the examiner, which is the young doctor, in other words, and also we have the patient. So we can represent the basic structure as the young doctor, which is the examiner examined, and who he did the action, and then we have the patient. So that we have this structure: argument, predicate, argument. So the predicate examined requires two participants in this situations. Now let's move to talk about data roles. Data roles are also referred to as semantic roles or thematic roles, and they describe the role that each argument plays in relation to the predicate. They answer the question, what part does each participant play in the event or state described by the predicate. يعني شو الدور اللي أعطاه هذا البريديكت لهذا للparticipants في الجملة. So we can talk about different types of theta roles. We have the agent. Agent is the intentional doer of an action. Like when we say John opened the door, John is an agent. He intentionally performed the action. And also we have patient. Patient is the entity affected by an action. Example, John broke the window. The window is the patient. And also John here in this sentence is an agent. And when we say patient, the window undergoes a change as a result of the action. And also we have the theme. Theme is the entity that is moved or located or described. For example, Mary bought a book. فنقول هنا الeffect that happened to the word or to the participant, a book in the sentence, is referred to as the theme. And it differs, absolutely differs from the effect that happened to the participant, the window in the previous example. So in that case, we say patient, and in this case, we say theme. We would say a useful simplified distinction here between the agent, the patient, and theme is that the agent does the action, the patient is affected by the action, while the theme, entity involved, moved, located, or described by the action. And also we have experiencer. The experiencer is the entity that experiences a feeling or perception. For example, when we say Ali likes music, for example. Ali experiencer, and he experiences the feeling of liking in this case. And we have also stimulus, which is the entity that causes or triggers an emotion or perception. So when we say Ali likes music, so the action or the feeling of liking is triggered by the entity in music in this case. So we can say again, Ali is experiencer and music is the stimulus. And also we have recipient, and the recipient is the person or the entity receiving something. When I say John gave Mary a gift. So Mary is the recipient, and a gift is the theme, and John is the agent. And these roles were participated by the verb gave in this sentence. And also we have goal. The goal is the destination of movement. She walked to the library. So the library in this case is the goal. And also we have the source. The source is the starting point of movement. He came from building B to the library. So we can say that building B here is the source and the library is the goal. And we have the location, the place where an event occurs. We all met at the university. So the university here is the location. And then we have the instrument, which means the means or the tool used to perform an action. He cut the bread with a knife. So a knife here is the instrument. يعني بالعربي بنحكي الأداة. And finally, we have the beneficiary, which is the person or the entity who benefits from an action, like she baked a cake for her mother. So her mother is beneficiary here in this case. Thank you. That's all for today. See you on another video, inshallah.